Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Hope everyone is fine. Correct? Now, last class, whatever we have discussed, let us have a quick recap. Okay? Because last class was disturbed, कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गया था. एक बार शुरू से डिस्कस करते हैं. Okay? Now, we started with the meaning of accounting. So, what is the meaning of accounting? I said accounting is a language of business. Correct? Language is required for communication of information to other person. Correct? Yes. Now, then I have given accounting a different meaning. Accounting is an art of recording of transaction and event of financial nature of financial nature to communicate the business result to the user of financial statement. Correct? Then in this there are many words. First is recording, transaction and event, financial nature, communicate, business result, users and financial statement. So we started defining this word. Correct? So what is the meaning of transaction? Transaction means performance of any act or any business or any agreement. Correct? Means whatever we do, that is a transaction, and the consequences of that transaction at a particular point of time is known as event. Correct? But all transaction and all events are not recorded. So only which transaction and events are recorded in the books of account? The transaction event of financial nature. So now we need to understand what is the meaning of financial transaction and event. So what we discussed, financial transaction are those transactions which satisfy the following conditions. How many conditions I have given? Two conditions. First condition is what? Which changes the financial position of the business. When we say financial position means position of assets and liability. Correct? Bolo? Yes, sir. Then then second condition was what? Which can be expressed in the terms of money. Means those transactions which cannot be expressed in terms of money cannot be recorded in the books of account. Correct? We have taken one example. He cash received from the owner at rupees 1 lakh, because it can be expressed in terms of money. Therefore, it become a financial transaction. Correct? I think no doubt in the meaning of financial transaction. Correct. Then the consequences of financial transaction at a particular point of time is known as financial event. Correct? So I said at a particular point of time in case of accounting is known as what? Year end or financial year end. The better word is financial year end. Correct? Now, what is financial year end? I will discuss everything in detail. Don't worry. Financial year end. Correct? Yes, sir. So that particular point of time is known as financial year end. This you understood. Then I have given you three examples. Example number 1, example number 2, example number 3. Any doubt in this? I think no doubt. A simple example, I said purchase goods at rupees 1 lakh and sale of goods at rupees 1 lakh 20,000. These two are transaction. And what is the consequences of this transaction? That a surplus amount is received, that is known as what? Profit, that is equal to 20,000. So that is the consequences of that two transaction. So profit is the event, that is also recorded. Samjhe? Yes, sir. Then I said business result. What is the meaning of business result? So we need to communicate the business result to the user. So there are two types of information which need to be communicated. That is one, financial position of business. Second is what? Financial performance of business. So what is the financial position? Position means position of assets and liability. And when we say financial performance, it means profit or loss made by that business. Correct? In detail we'll discuss about business result. But one thing we have understood, that what is the primary objective? Of accounting? The primary objective of accounting is what? To communicate the business result to the user of the financial statement. Sorry. to communicate the business result to the user of financial statement. So sir, what is the meaning of user? So we came to the user of financial statement. We call it user of financial statement. So of course one doubt is there कि what is financial statement? What is financial statement? Coming to that point, पहले user समझते हैं, correct? So users are of two type. One is internal user, one is external users. What are internal users? Who manages the business. Any person who manages the business are known as internal users. So can I say owner will always manage the business? So owner can be known as either proprietor or partner or shareholders in case of different form of business. So business can be either in the form of sole proprietor, in that case it is known as proprietor. Partnership, in that case it is known as partner. Company, in that case it is known as shareholders. Correct? Understood? And also it will include manager or directors. The manager or directors are the employee of the company, but they manages the business on behalf of owner. On behalf of owner, therefore they are also considered as internal user, even though they are employee of the company, even though they are employee of the business. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. So manager generally we use in case of proprietorship and partnership. Director we can use in case of company. So what is proprietorship? What is company? What is partnership? Detailed discussion will be done. Detailed discussion will be done. Then who are external user? Any person who are not internal user are external user. Now कोई भी person हो who are not internal user will become what? External user. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? So examples, it can be government, it can be supplier of goods, it can be customer of goods, it can be financial, for example bank, etc, etc, etc. Correct? Understood? Then employee, it will also include employee, but other than what? Manager or directors. Correct? So any other employee who are not manager or directors will be external user. Correct? Up to this, any doubt? You can ask me any doubt up to this. If you have no doubt, please write down sir no doubt so that I can proceed. I can proceed. Up to this, any doubt? So no doubt. Then we started at the next point, recording. Recording we started. Correct? So I will start from recording from today. So write down point number 9. Point number 9, recording. Now, can I say accounting started with recording? Because the meaning of accounting is what? Accounting is the art of recording. What we record? Transaction event. So we need to record in some place. Correct? That place where we record is known as books of account. The place we record, that is known as books of account. Correct? Are you getting? Write down. Transactions and events. Correct. Now, whenever in accounting we call transaction event, that will be always of which nature? Financial nature. Means even though I am not saying it is of financial nature, it will be deemed that what we are discussing, that is what? Financial transaction and financial event. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? So in accounting subject, whenever we say transaction event, that should be always of which nature? Financial nature. Correct? Understood? So transaction and event are recorded in books of account. Books of account. Correct? So transactions and event are recorded in books of account. Can I say, I mean right now when I'm teaching you, so you are also recording the information whatever I am giving in your notebook. So recording is the first process of what? Learning. When I say, when I said I want some commitment from you, so I said you should write down all the notes also whatever I am giving. So the recording become the first process of the accounting. First process of the accounting. So transaction events are recorded in the books of account. Now, books of account, there are two books of account. Write down. One is known as journal, one is known as ledger. Correct? So it means we prepare two books of account for recording all transaction and event. Correct? First we prepare what? Journal. Journal is a book. After completing the journal book, we record the transaction which has been recorded in journal in ledger. These two books, the maintenance of these books is known as bookkeeping. We call it bookkeeping. Correct? Means, can I say bookkeeping is the starting point of accounting? Bookkeeping is the starting point of accounting. Means accounting starts from bookkeeping. Accounting starts from bookkeeping. First book is known as what? Journal. Correct? Second book is known as ledger. The process in which the journal is prepared is known as recording. Recording. And the process in which ledger is prepared is known as what? Classifying. Classifying means recording include two processes, recording and classifying. Even though I am saying recording, just try to understand, don't be confused. Don't be confused. Even though I am saying recording, so recording of transactions and events are done in two process of accounting. First two process of accounting. First process is known as what? Recording, and second process is known as classifying. Correct? So these are what? Accounting process. These are accounting process. Accounting process. Correct? So what is the first accounting process? Recording. What is the second accounting process? Classifying. Correct? And these both are known as what? Bookkeeping. Have you understood this point? Correct. Have you understood? So this is, can I say, first process of accounting? This is second process of accounting. Correct? So can I say bookkeeping is the starting point of accounting. Starting point of accounting means accounting start with bookkeeping. Accounting start with bookkeeping. This point you understood? Have you understood? Means, can I say, to understand accounting, first we need to understand what is recording process, what is classifying process, then only we can come to the end of accounting. Then only we can come to the end of accounting. This point you understood? Correct? And this become what? Starting point of accounting. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. So have you understood recording? Recording, have you understood? Yes, sir. We have understood. Correct? Then write down point number 10. Last point. Last point. Financial statement. Financial statement. Correct. Means, just try to understand. We record transactions and event in two books of account, journal and ledger. But what is the objective of accounting? Objective of accounting is to communicate the information to the user of financial statement. Means what we communicate, the communication is not journal and ledger. We communicate financial statement. Correct now? It means financial statement is communicated to the user. Correct? Means, understood? Means in accounting, In accounting, in accounting, transactions and event, transactions and event are input, correct? And that input are processed. That input are processed. That is known as accounting process. Now we need to learn accounting process only. We need to learn accounting process. Correct? धीरे धीरे बताऊंगा. And output is what? Financial statement. Financial statement. This financial statement is communicated. This financial statement is communicated. So what is that output that we need to understand? So there are 4 financial statements. Write down point number 1. First is balance sheet. Correct? First is balance sheet. Second is statement of profit and loss. Profit and loss. Third is statement of cash flows. Cash flows. Correct? And point number 4 is what? Notes to account. Notes to account. Correct? So these 4 are the part of financial statement. Correct? It means the objective of accounting is to prepare financial statement. That is the primary objective. And in that objective, what we need to prepare? Balance sheet, statement of PL, statement of cash flow, and notes to account. Correct? Now, when I am saying balance sheet is for what? Write down to know financial position. Financial position. Correct? So balance sheet is prepared to know what? Financial position. When we say financial position means what? Position of assets and liability. Assets and liability. Correct? So to know financial position, that is asset and liabilities. Correct? Now what is asset, what is liability, everything is coming in your life, coming soon, don't worry. Correct? Understood? Now this is what statement of profit and loss is to know financial performance. Financial performance. Can I say, when I say business result, so business result include financial position and financial performance. So financial result, for financial position we prepare balance sheet. For financial performance we prepare statement of profit and loss. Understood? To know financial performance, that is income and expense. Income and expense. Now we need to understand what is income, what is expense, what is income, what is expense. Correct? Understood? Now statement of cash flow means what? To know the movement of cash. To know movement of cash. Correct? Now, so to know the movement of cash during the financial year, we prepare cash flow statement. Correct? Means what is my cash inflow, what is my cash outflow, कितना cash आया, कितना cash गया, उसको दिखाने के लिए हम बनाते हैं what? cash flow statement. Correct? That is, write down cash inflow and cash outflow. Outflow. Correct? Understood? Take care. Now, notes to account is for that down. It is prepared for disclosure requirement. Disclosure requirement. Disclosure requirement. Just write down disclosure requirement and leave it right now. I will explain you somewhere what is the meaning of disclosure requirement. Correct? However, from CA foundation point of view, CA foundation, we need to understand how to prepare balance sheet. This is in our syllabus. Correct? This is in our syllabus. Correct? But these two are not in our syllabus. Not in syllabus. अच्छा है, thank you very much. तो can a statement of cash flow and notes to account you learn either in CA Inter and CA Final. Cash flow statement you will do in CA Inter and notes to account detailed discussion will be done in CA Final. Correct? Are you getting? So you need to right now only write down कि notes to account is for disclosure requirement. What is the meaning of disclosure? I will explain you in later part. Correct? Understood? So these are what 4 financial statement. Correct? So what is the objective of accounting? Objective of accounting is to prepare balance sheet, statement of PL, statement of cash flow and notes to account. Correct? And for this objective, we do recording. Recording of what? Transaction event. Recording is done in 2 processes. What are the 2 processes? Batao. What are the 2 processes? 2 processes what? Recording and classifying. In recording, which book? Which book batao? Journal. Correct? Which book batao? Journal. And classifying में कौन सा book बताओ? Ledger. Means there are 2 books of account which is required for preparation of financial statement. What are the 2 books? Journal and ledger. Means first we need to understand how to prepare journal, then how to prepare ledger, then only we can come to what? Financial statement. However, the objective is what? To prepare financial statement. Up to this, any doubt? बताओ. तो we now completed the meaning of accounting. अभी हमारा meaning of accounting complete हुआ है. Now we have completed the meaning of accounting. I have taken almost 1 hour to explain you the meaning of accounting only. I think you have understood the difference between what you have done till now and what we are doing in CA Foundation. Means we'll do detailed discussion of each and every point. बताओ, any doubt? So one doubt has been asked, so what is the difference between bookkeeping and accounting? Correct? Now already I have said bookkeeping is the starting point of accounting. Correct now? Means accounting start with bookkeeping but does not end with bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is only a part of accounting. Is only a part of accounting. Means accounting is a wider term. Accounting is a wider term. Correct now? Are you getting what I'm saying? And bookkeeping is a part of accounting. Correct? So when we prepare 2 books of account, that is recording, that is journal and ledger, that 2 books are known as bookkeeping. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Bookkeeping बोलते हैं. I think Sonika, your doubt over. Correct? बोलो. अभी right now only understand whatever I am explaining. ठीक है ना? I am not doing as per the books. अभी मैं आपको books से नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ. Will come to the books when you'll be able to understand my all emotions. If you will be able to understand my all emotions, then you will not get motions. Correct now? Just try to understand whatever I am saying. Sonika, have you understood? Bolo. Yes, sir. Chalo. So I think no doubt. Yes, sir. Now, so one more clarification I am giving. I am not teaching you right now as per what your content given in what ICI book, correct? I am teaching as per my requirement. So please don't refer any book right now. Only whatever I'm writing, whether you are able to understand or not. If you are not able to understand, raise doubt. Otherwise, if you have understood, thank you very much. Correct? Yes, sir. Chalo. Now, once you have understood the meaning of accounting, now we'll come to the next point. Accounting principles. Accounting principles. Correct? I already said you that accounting is a language, and to learn language we need to understand the grammar of that language. Correct? Means till you understand the grammar, can you frame the sentence? No, you will not be able to frame the sentence. Means grammar is required for every language. Correct now. So if you are learning Hindi, so there is a Hindi grammar. Correct. Then English grammar. Are you able to understand? Similarly, to understand how to record the transaction event, we need to understand the grammar of that language, and that grammar is nothing but accounting principle. Can I say? So can I say without accounting principle, can I say we cannot start accounting? We cannot start recording. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. So accounting principle is nothing but rules and guidelines. Guidelines for preparation preparation and for preparation and presentation of what? बताओ. Rules and guidelines for preparation and presentation of what? बताओ. What I should write down यहाँ पर? Let's see. Are you able to say the correct word or not? बताओ. Rules and guidelines for preparation and presentation of what? बताओ. Of what? What I should write down? Respond fast. I'm waiting for your reply. Everyone should respond. Okay. I got one answer financial transaction, another answer financial statement, organization account, financial statement, and majority of you have said correct financial statement. What is the objective? Are Baba, objective is not to record transaction. Just try to understand rules and guidelines for the preparation and presentation of financial statement. The objective is to prepare financial statement and communicate. And to prepare financial statement, we need to do recording and classifying. Correct ना? Are you reading? तो ये आप जो accounting बोल रहे हो, financial transaction बोल रहे हो, इसका मतलब till now you have not understood. Till now you have not understood. The objective is to prepare what? Financial statement. समझो मेरी बात को. Objective is not journal. Objective is not ledger. Objective is to prepare what? Financial statement and communicate that information through financial statement to the user. Correct? So many of you have said financial statement. Thank you very much. Financial statement. Financial statement. Correct. Very good. Understood? Correct. Now these accounting principles is derived. Everyone just try to understand. Is derived from accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Accounting conventions. Correct? So this accounting principle is derived from accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Accounting conventions, correct? Understood? Now, we need to discuss accounting concepts and accounting conventions, correct? So, there are 10 accounting concepts and 3 accounting conventions. Means, can I say, to understand how to prepare financial statement, first we need to understand this accounting principle. Accounting principle is derived from accounting concepts and accounting conventions, correct? Are you getting? But I will not discuss these accounting 13 accounting concepts and accounting convention all together at one place. I will not discuss at one place because right now I am not going to discuss. I will discuss this accounting concept and convention whenever required, correct? तो धीरे धीरे मैं आपको ये बताऊंगा. Means I will make you expert in this accounting concept and accounting convention as per my choice. As per my choice. You need to have patience. Otherwise, you will become patient. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. This point you understood? Correct. Now, what is accounting concepts? Accounting concept means what? Assumption, assumption, required, assumptions required for for preparation of financial statement. Can I done FS now? Financial statement FS chalega? Yes, sir. Assumption required for financial statement. Of course, you have not understood. I will explain. Don't worry. Just write down. Correct. And accounting conventions means practice, practice of doing, या practice of accounting. ठीक है? Or write down in this way. Sorry. Accounting convention means any guidelines derived from practice of accounting. Practice of accounting. Better you write down this. Correct? Now, of course, I need to explain you what is this. But right now, whatever I will explain, you will not understand. ठीक है? धीरे धीरे you will become expert in this. कि what actually accounting concept means, what actually accounting conventions means. Right now, I am just explaining you we need to discuss accounting principle. And accounting principle is nothing but rules and regulation for preparation and presentation of financial statement. That is derived from what? Accounting concept and accounting convention. So what is accounting concept that we need to understand? What is accounting convention that we need to understand? There are total 13 accounting concepts and conventions. Correct? So we'll start with what? Dire dire. One by one. So write down first. I will call it rule. Rule number one. Means when I am saying rule number one, so it is nothing but accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Correct? And at the end you will automatically understand what are concepts and what are conventions. Correct? अभी उसके ऊपर ज़्यादा नहीं जाएंगे. What is concepts and what is conventions. Correct? Yes, sir. Correct. First rule is what? Separate entity concepts. Separate entity concept, also known as business entity concepts. तो यहाँ लिखा हुआ एक कॉन्सेप्ट, यू अंडरस्टूड दिस इज व्हाट कॉन्सेप्ट्स, करेक्ट, अंडरस्टूड. सेपरेट एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट. Separate entity concept means I started, just try to understand, I started with this only. मैंने कल अपना क्लास यहीं से स्टार्ट किया था, चेक करो, याद करो. राम started a business, Ram and company, correct, and do many transactions with supplier, bank, customer, government, correct. Now can I say, बताओ, we do accounting for Ram or Ram and company, बताओ, just try to understand, we are doing accounting for Ram or Ram and company, everyone respond, we are doing accounting for Ram or Ram and company, respond fast. बोलो. So we are doing accounting for Ram and company, means can I say Ram and Ram and company are two different person, are two different person. Huh? That difference is what? Ram is a natural person and Ram and companies are artificial person. इसे बोलते हैं artificial, artificial person. Correct? Understood? Correct. So it means business entity concept. So business is considered as a separate entity for accounting. Separate entity for accounting. Correct? Understood? Now, sir, why is the pata ye? Just try to understand everyone my point. Why this is known as assumption? We have taken this assumption for accounting. Means while doing accounting, business will be a separate entity. Ram and company will be a separate entity. Just try to understand. Ram is doing business in the name of Ram and company. Ram is doing business in the name of Ram and company. Everyone, am I correct? Ram is doing Ram is doing a business in the name of Ram and company. Means for accounting, Ram and company and Ram are two different person. For accounting, everyone listen. For accounting, Ram and company and Ram are two different person. My question to you all, everyone, if Ram has done some, just try to understand, if Ram has done some fraud in the business, in the business, correct, in the name of business, correct, means suppose Ram and company में कुछ घोटाला हुआ, करेक्ट, राम एंड कंपनी इज नॉट एबल टू पे टू अदर पर्सन, तो घोटाला है. बताओ, पुलिस विल कम एंड कैच राम एंड कंपनी की राम. My question to you all, police will come and catch Ram and company ki Ram. बोलो. देखो, someone is saying Ram and company, someone is saying Ram. We still now, even though you have done accounting in your class 11 and 12, but till now you have not understood the basic point I have asked. Just try to understand. Legally, police will come and police will never catch Ram and company. Ram and company is an artificial person, correct? Means Ram and company is not a legal person. Are you getting what I am saying? Means police will come and catch what? Ram. Means Ram was doing business in the name of Ram and company. Means legally, can I say Ram will be what? Liable for this? Correct. It means one assumption has been taken for accounting. Just try to understand what I am saying. One assumption means legally Ram is doing business. In the eyes of law, राम को पकड़ेंगे, राम एंड कंपनी को नहीं पकड़ेंगे. आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? राम एंड कंपनी को नहीं पकड़ेंगे, राम को पकड़ेंगे. आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड? तो लीगली हु विल बी लायबल फॉर दिस फ्रॉड? Ram. But for accounting, one assumption has been taken कि Ram and company are two different person. But legally, Ram and company are same. Ram and company are same. Just try to understand. I am taking class right now. Suppose this is whatever this class we are conducting. This is sole proprietorship. एक बार मान लेते हैं. Correct? So I am what? Chiranjeev Jain. And the name of the business is what? Name of the business is what? TopYug Education. Correct? Understood? Suppose this is sole proprietor. Correct? So I am doing the business in the name of TopYug Education. So I am the owner of TopYug Educations. Correct? Now what contract we have done, that we will teach you CA foundation for the November whatever attempt. Correct? Understood? Yes sir. Yes sir. Now suppose we are not able to complete the syllabus. बताओ, you will file a case against TopYug Education or Chiranjeev Jain. Even though you are filing a case against TopYug Education, can you say I will be liable? Legally, I will be liable for this. Correct. It means legally both may be the same person, but for accounting, Ram and company are different. Therefore, we call it as an assumption. इसको बोलते हैं assumptions. Understood? So for accounting, we have taken an assumption. Understood this point? Have you understood this point? Respond. Have you understood this point? To those who have said Ram and company, have your doubt clear? बोलो, क्या आपका doubt clear हुआ? देखो, as per this concept, business and honor are separate persons. For accounting, correct? Understood? In simple word, business are assumed to be a separate entity other than owner of business. Correct? Understood? Due to this concept, only those transactions which affects the financial position of what? But the of fill the blank will be recorded. You need to fill the blanks. Due to this concept, only those transactions which affect financial position of what? Bata. Everyone respond. Of what? Very good. Of business means of Ram and company, not Ram. Of Ram and company, not Ram. And can I say that this was the first condition? This was the first condition of financial transaction. Financial transaction are those transactions which changes the financial position of business. Means of Ram and company, not Ram. Correct? Understood this point? Correct. Understood? Correct? Note. Note. Write down. Any any personal transactions, any personal transactions which do not affect the financial position of business will not be recorded, will not be recorded. But where? Will not be recorded where? Everyone. Any personal transaction which do not affect the financial position of business, financial position of business will not be recorded where? Will not be recorded where? Very good. In books of account means your understanding. In books of account. But what are the two books of account? Everyone. In books of account means point number A, first is journal, correct? And point number B, second is what? Ledger. Very good. Excellent. Correct? Means third. Badao. Everyone, I'm writing third note. You need to understand this third note very much properly. Correct? Any personal transactions, any personal transactions which affects the financial position of business, बताओ, will be recorded या will not be recorded in the books of account. Everyone बताओ. Any personal transactions मेरी बात को समझो. Any personal transaction which affects the financial position of business will be recorded कि will not be recorded? Respond. Will be recorded या will not be recorded? बोलो. Will be recorded or will not be recorded? So many of you have given correct answer. Yes, it will be recorded. Those you are saying not recorded, फिर से समझो. Just try to understand. Correct? Those you are saying not recorded, you are saying wrong. Any transaction which affect the financial position of business will be recorded. Correct ना? तो पर्सनल ट्रांजेक्शन, मैंने तो कभी नहीं बोला कि पर्सनल ट्रांजेक्शन will not be recorded. I said those transactions which affect the financial position of business are financial transaction. Are financial transaction. Correct ना? तो any personal transactions which affect the financial position of business will be recorded. Will be recorded, of course, in the books of account. For example, just try to understand मेरी बात को कि suppose this is, I started with this example, Ram and company, correct? Correct. Now suppose Ram has a cash of rupees 1 lakh and Ram and company has a cash of rupees 5 lakh, correct? Understood? So we are recording in accounting, we are recording the cash of rupees 5 lakh. Will not record this, correct? Now Ram has purchased a car of rupees, या कार बाइक कर देते हैं, राम हैज परचेज ए बाइक ऑफ रुपीज 50,000 फॉर पर्सनल यूज फ्रॉम पर्सनल कैश. बताओ, ये एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको यहीं पे लिखा रहा हूं, एग्जाम्पल है ना. दिस एग्जाम्पल नंबर वन, बाइक मीन्स राम हैज परचेज बाइक. Ram has purchased bike of rupees 50,000 for personal use from personal cash. But will be recorded, will not be recorded? Very good. So can I say this will not be recorded? Will not be recorded. Why it will not be recorded? Because this is not a financial transaction. This is not a financial transactions. Have you understood why it is not a financial transaction? Because it does not affect the cash of business. Understood? Yes sir. Correct? Yes समझे. I'm giving you second example. समझेंगे. Point number 2. Ram has purchased bike of rupees 50,000 for personal use from business cash. बताओ, will be recorded, will not be recorded? तो of course this is a personal transaction. बताओ, will be recorded, will not be recorded? अभी कैसे रिकॉर्ड करना वो देखेंगे. How to record, that is the first process of accounting recording where we prepare journal. How to record वो आगे की बात है. First we are understanding whether it will be recorded or will not be recorded. बताओ, will be recorded, will not be recorded? Yes, everyone is correct. It will be recorded. Will be recorded. Why? Because it is a, I am writing FT now, financial transaction. It is a financial transaction. अभी और example है. Point number 3, everyone. If इसका जवाब दिया तो लाइव झिंगा डाला. Correct? Now if you can answer this point number 3, means you have totally understood. Ram has purchased bike of rupees 50,000 for business use from personal cash. From personal cash, Ram has purchased bike of rupees 50,000 for business use from personal cash. Batao, will be recorded, will not be recorded. If you can answer these, means you have understood all the points. Everyone respond. So many of you have said recorded, but some of you are saying not recorded. ऐसे में doubt आ गया. Just trying to understand when I'm asking you question, and if I'm getting what both type of answer, means doubt is there. So I'm asking this question to create doubt. To create doubt. So if you are giving wrong answer, don't be demotivated. Don't be demotivated. अभी बहुत समझना, मैंने पहले बोल दिया. I've already said that. Give me 4-5 days. I will change the learning process. How to learn. Correct now. Means even though you have done in class 11, 12, but it might happen the learning process was not correct. Now just try to understand. Ram has purchased bike for business use. Means can I say bike become the business asset of business? So can I say it will increase the asset of business because bike will be used by business. So this is a bike of business, not bike of Ram. Correct? This is the bike of business, not the bike of Ram. So can I say it is affecting, it is changing the asset of the business, therefore will be recorded. Therefore will be recorded. Correct? Understood? Bolo. Have you understood? Anyone have doubt? Will be recorded. Will be recorded. Why? Because it is a financial transaction. It is a financial transaction. Have you understood this point? Now respond. Have you understood this point number 3? Everyone said yes or no. If you have not understood, 1 second I will explain. Please everyone respond. Have you understood or not? Repeat 1 second. Yes sir. Can I say point number 1 and point number 2 you understood? Now point number 1 is what? Ki bike was purchased for personal use from personal cash. So can I say it is neither increasing, it is neither affecting the cash of business nor affecting the bike of business, because this bike is for Ram, not for Ram and company. Therefore, this is not a financial transaction, will not be recorded. Second, Ram has purchased bike for personal use, means this is a bike of Ram, but from what? Business cash. So can business cash will decrease, therefore it is affecting the cash of business, therefore it is a financial transaction, therefore it will be recorded. How to record वो समझाना है, अभी उसके बारे में मत समझो. Correct? Then third example, Ram has purchased bike for business use from personal cash. So business use, so can this become bike become the asset to be used by business. तो ये बाइक किसके लिए यूज करना है? बिजनेस के लिए. Therefore it become the asset of business and therefore it will be recorded. Therefore it will be recorded. Correct? Understood? Now Vijay, have you understood now? So this is bike किसके लिए यूज होगा? For business. For business, therefore it become the asset of business. Asset of business, therefore it is increasing the asset of business. Even though cash किसका इफेक्ट हुआ? राम का. But bike become the asset of business, therefore it will be recorded. How to record? Don't worry, अभी उसमें आएंगे. Have you understood? Vijay, have you understood? Natasha, have you understood? बोलो, respond. Correct? One doubt came from Priya. What is the doubt? Check करते हैं. प्रिया पूछी, सॉरी, Priyal. Sir, for the example, if you gift a person worth rupees 1 lakh as it is a huge amount, it affects the financial position, then it will be recorded. Now just try to understand this 1 lakh जो gift किया, this gift has been given from business cash or personal cash. That we need to understand. ये gift कहाँ से दिया? This gift has been given from personal cash or business cash. If this gift has been given from personal cash, then it is not a financial transaction, will not be recorded. But if gift is given from business cash, then it become a financial transaction because it will decrease the business cash, then it will be recorded. Understood, Priyal? Priyal, your doubt over? Correct? I will ask many questions, don't worry. Don't worry, I will ask many questions. First, just try to understand, have you understood this or not? अभी पूरा साम्राज्य बाकी है. Means I will make you expert. First, are you able to understand this or not? बोलो. Sir, can a firm hide profit by transferring them to? ये क्या question है? Kritesh, I am teaching you what? A for apple and you are asking sir, mango भी तो fruit है. ये क्या doubt है? I am teaching you something, you are asking something else. Please go as per me. मेरे हिसाब से चलो. Kritesh, what is this question? Whether this is related to the part what I am teaching? No. So why you are asking this doubt? Have you understood everyone? Yes sir. चलो. तो I think now you have understood these three examples. Example समझ में आया? So this note is very important. Very important. This note is very important. Correct. So we have understood what? Rule number one. Rule number one, have you understood? So what is the rule number one? Separate entity concept. Separate entity concept. Second rule is what? Write down rule number two. Rule number two. Money measurement concept. Money measurement concept. Correct. Money measurement concept. Correct. Once again, I will come to the definition of financial transaction. Financial transaction are those transactions which affect the financial position of business. So can I say first point was related to business entity concept, and second point, can I say this must be expressed in terms of money, the money measurement concept. So what money measurement concept says, just try to understand everyone. As per this concept, as per this concept, only those transactions, only those transactions which can be expressed, which can be expressed in terms of money, in terms of money, money value, correct, which can be expressed in terms of money value will be recorded, will be recorded, correct. Have you understood this? Write down. Note. First let me write down, then I will explain. Note number one. Money means money means local currency of the country of the country in which books of accounts books of accounts are prepared. Books of accounts are prepared. Means, can I say, if you are preparing books of accounts in India, you need to record all the transactions in rupees. Rupees become the local currency of India. Correct? Local currency of India. Understood? Yes, sir. So, in which books of accounts are prepared? Now, question arises, sir, in which country we will prepare our books of account? Write down. Point number 2. Books of accounts. Books of accounts are prepared in principal place of business. In principal place of business. In principal place of business. Correct? Understood? Have you understood? Now, for example, this is India. Correct? India, and this is America. America. India में the local currency is rupees, and America the local currency is dollar. And suppose principal place of business is India. Principal place of business is India. Correct? Understood? The principal place of business is India. Have you understood this point? It means books of account will be prepared in India, and books of account will be prepared as per which currency? Rupees. Even though you have done transaction in dollar. For example, अभी राम के बारे में बात करते. राम या purchase goods from America in $10,000. In $10,000. Have you understood this example? Correct? Purchase goods from America in $10,000 means you purchase in dollar. But बताओ recording in the books of account will be done in dollar or rupees? ये बताओ. Purchase means Ram has purchased for Ram and Company. That I am not writing who has purchased for what business. Every transaction is for business only. So we purchase goods for business from America in $10,000. My question to you all, you record this transaction in rupees or dollar? बताओ. In rupees or dollar? You record this transaction in rupees or dollar? In rupees. So even though transaction is made in what? Foreign currency. So this is what? Foreign currency. Foreign currency. Then also recording will be done. Recording will be done in Indian currency. Indian currency. Correct? Now suppose, now you know $1, suppose $1 is equal to 70 rupees. I mean right now, when the transaction was done, then $1 was equal to 70. I think you all know कि the money has value. So $1 का value कितना? 70. It means we'll convert $10,000 into what? 7 lakh rupees. 7 lakh rupees. and the transaction will be recorded in what? Rupees. In rupees. Have you understood? So this transaction will be recorded in rupees. In rupees. So it must be expressed in terms of money value. When I am saying money value, so money means what? Local currency of the country in which books of account are prepared. Books कहाँ बनाते हैं? In the principal place of business. Understood? ये बात समझे? Any doubt? Any doubt? Have you understood this point? Yes, sir. So coming to one second this point, what they say, as per this concept, only those transactions which can be expressed in terms of money will be recorded. Let us take one example. Example लेते हैं. Suppose Ram started a business. Now, what I was saying, everyone, Ram started a business, Ram and Company. Ram and Company. I am just taking this example so that you are with the example only, correct? And Ram appointed one manager, one manager, correct? Mr. Ravan, Mr. Ravan to run this business, to run this business, correct? Understood this point? Why Ram appointed a manager? Because Ram was not efficient or Ram may be busy for other activities, correct now. So Ram appointed a manager and Ram will pay what salary to manager to run this business, correct? Understood? Means after 2-3 years, this business become very big. Big means it become a profit making business. Profit making business. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Profit making business. 2-3 साल में this business become very large. Correct? Profit making बन गया. बताओ. Due to effort of Ram कि due to effort of manager? ये बताओ. Due to effort of Ram कि due to effort of manager Mr. Ravan? ये बताओ. No, I think is it okay. Video came. आ चुका है वीडियो. बोलो. Due to effort of Ram कि due to effort of manager? Everyone. Very good, manager. Now what happened? Now what happened? This manager dies. So there is a death of manager. Correct? Understood, due to some what? Accident, etc. Correct? Now this manager dies. So death, everyone, death of manager. My question to you all, this death of manager will affect the profit of the business or not? Of course, we can appoint a new manager instead. You can, sorry, we can appoint a new manager in place of Ravan. Correct? But my question to you all, ki Ravan was very much efficient, and due to the effort of Ravan, the profit become what? Profit increases. So can I say due to death of manager, can I say profit of business will be affected? Means the financial position of the business will be affected. Bolo yes or no? Financial position of the business will be affected. financial position of the business will be affected. Very good, will be affected. Means the condition number one of financial transaction satisfied. But the question is that whether death of manager can be expressed, whether it can be expressed in terms of money, can be expressed in terms of money. बोलो, क्या इस डेथ को हम मनी वैल्यू में एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं? बोलो, कैन बी एक्सप्रेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी? Of course, it can be expressed in terms of emotions, but it cannot be expressed in terms of money. Correct? So it cannot be expressed in terms of money. Therefore, even though death of manager might affect the financial position of the entity, but हम कहीं रिकॉर्ड नहीं करते हैं कि our manager dies, because of that our profit will decrease. ऐसा कहीं पर भी रिकॉर्ड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो it is not a financial transaction, therefore will not be recorded, will not be recorded. So only we record the transactions which can be expressed in money value. Have you understood this much? Itna samjhe? Correct. I think no doubt. With this no doubt, so we have done two very important concept of accounting. First is separate entity concept, second is money measurement concept. And can I say separate entity concept and money measurement concept both has given the because of these two concepts the financial transaction definition arises. तो financial transaction जो हमारा definition था, everyone just try to understand whatever we have done last class. मेरी बात को समझेंगे. ये था financial transaction which changes the financial position of the business. Can I say this has given rise to business entity concept, and this has given rise to money measurement concept. Money measurement concept. Correct? बोलो. Correct? I think you have understood. ये भी समझ गए? Very good. Yes sir. Means this is known as these two concepts are known as basic concepts of accounting. इसे क्या बोलते हैं? Basic concept. Without this accounting cannot be started. So write down one note. Separate entity concept, separate entity concepts and money measurement concept. Money measurement concepts are basic concept of accounting. Without these two concepts accounting cannot be started. This recording cannot be started. इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं हम बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? करेक्ट. एक डाउट आया था, पहले डाउट ले लेते हैं. कहां गया डाउट? हाँ सर, suppose when the business purchased goods of the value was 70 and when he Kritesh, I think you know each point of accounting. आप कोई और ही पूछ रहे हो. Kritesh, I think you have learned accounting to a great extent. I am teaching you A, B, C, D, and you are writing an what? You are writing what? You are writing an essay. Correct ना? आप थर्ड क्लास में पहुंच गए हो. करेक्ट प्रीतेश? प्लीज हैव पेशेंस. मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि आपको पूरा अकाउंटिंग का नॉलेज है, इसलिए आप ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो. प्लीज हैव पेशेंस. करेक्ट? अंडरस्टूड? You need to ask the question whatever I am teaching. Don't ask me the question what you have already done. उसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन मत पूछो. Now, understood this? Correct. Understood. So we have done rule number 1, rule number 2. Any doubt? Up to this, no doubt? Correct. Means can I say once we understand rule number 1 and rule number 2, it means we can start recording. We can start recording. Recording means journal. Journal start कर सकते हैं, बोलो yes or no? Yes. So it means now we'll directly come to what journal. We'll directly come to journal. Correct? Means I'm not teaching you as per the syllabus given in your ICS study material. मैं आपको अपने हिसाब से पढ़ा रहा हूँ. समझे? तो now we'll come to what? Next point. Recording. Recording. Correct? Correct? So can I say point number 1, write down. Can I say it is the first accounting process accounting process. It is the first accounting process. Correct. Point number 2. It is done in a book known as what? बताओ. Known as what? It is done in a book known as, बोलो. It is done in a book known as journal. Correct? Very good. Journal. So can I say journal is the first book of accounts, first books of account. Correct. Point number 4, the process of writing, the process of writing in journal is known as journalizing the entries. Correct. The process of writing in journal is known as journalizing the entries. Correct. Now the process of writing we need to understand. Means there is one standard form of writing in journal, a systematic way of writing. Correct now? Understood? So there is a systematic way of writing. Correct? So that systematic way we need to understand. ये समझाना है. Means how to generalize entries in journal, that I need to explain you now. अब मुझे आपको ये बताना है. Correct? So there is a one book. In book we record all the transactions and events. Correct? We record all transactions and events. Now how to record, that I need to explain. how to record, that I need to explain. Correct? Understood? And this recording is based on rule number 3. Rule number 3, which is known as dual aspect concept. नाम तो सुना होगा, ड्यूअल एस्पेक्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. बताओ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ड्यूअल एस्पेक्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. आपको तो पता ही है. तो इट मींस नाउ हाउ टू record in journal, that is based on dual aspect concept. Correct? Dual aspect concept. Now what is dual aspect concept, that we need to understand. Anyone who want to respond about dual aspect, let me understand what you know about dual aspect. आपको पता है, मुझे पता है, I know you know this point, but let me understand what is your understanding. तो बताओ dual aspect का मतलब क्या है. चलो, I understood what you know. Now let me write down. As per this concept, every transaction has two aspects. Correct? One is debit and the other is credit. Correct? And both debit and credit aspects are to be recorded. Correct? As per this concept, every transaction has two aspects. One is debit, one is credit. Correct? One is debit, one is credit. एक डेबिट होता है, एक क्रेडिट होता है. करेक्ट? Has two aspects and both the aspects need to be recorded. This is known as dual aspect. Correct? Now one question is arises, so why not 3 aspect, why not 4 aspect, why not 1 aspect? This 1 second one assumption has been taken. Whenever we'll do recording, only 2 aspect need to be recorded. ये हमारा assumption है. Concept means what? Assumption. Correct? Are you able to understand? For accounting, this assumption has been taken कि every transaction has two aspects. Now why this assumption has been taken, वो आपको धीरे धीरे समझ में आ जाएगा. Have you understood? Yes sir. Correct. Now dual aspect concept is not double entry system, but the system of accounting which is based on dual aspect is known as double entry system. तो बहुत जने डबल एंट्री लिखा, तो मैं उसका आंसर दे देता हूं कि नोट लिखो. The system of accounting which is based on dual aspect concept is known as double entry system. Double entry system. Correct. Now you know who has given this double entry system? Who is the father of accounting? Name पता है आपको? नाम पता है? बताओ. Which is given by, बताओ कौन? Who? Which is given by? Do you know the name? Fill the blanks. बोलो. Which is given by? Name बताओ. Very good. Luca Pacioli. Correct. And he's from which country? Country बताओ. He's from Italy. Correct. Understood? Very good. Excellent. So this person is known as what? Father of accounting. Father of accounting. Correct. So of course we are not here to understand about the history of Luca Pacioli. We need to understand the system given by him. The system given by him is double entry system, which is based on dual aspect concept. And dual aspect concept says that every transaction has two aspects. One is debit, one is credit, and both need to be recorded. Now one doubt will come. So what is the meaning of debit and credit? Sir, do we need to remember his name? Yes, they may ask this type of question because there are multiple choice of question. वहां पे ये पूछ सकते हैं, तो you need to answer this also. Correct? Means true or false भी आपसे पूछा जाता है, तो आपको याद रखना. Whatever I am giving in note, that you need to memorize. आपको याद रखना है. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. Now, one doubt will come. So, what is the meaning of debit? What is the meaning of credit? बताओ. Who will explain? What is the meaning of debit? What is the meaning of credit? आपने क्या किया है? डेबिट का मतलब क्या है? क्रेडिट का मतलब क्या है? बोलो. Debit means that is owned. Okay. Credit means what? That is loaned. Loaned means debit what comes in, credit what goes out. ना like this is the rule है. तब तो आप बोलोगे डेबिट व्हाट रिसीवर, क्रेडिट व्हाट गिवर. कुछ भी बोलते हो, बताओ. ना लाइक these are the rules. ये रूल्स है, रूल्स नहीं पूछ रहा हूं. करेक्ट. नाउ समझेंगे. Now this debit has been derived from one word, deber, which is a Latin word. Correct? And this deber means what? As per Latin dictionary, it means to owe. Correct? Credit has been derived from the word creder, which is also a Latin word which means to give. To give. Correct? Understood? But this is as per Latin dictionary. Means this is not the meaning. This is not the meaning of debit and credit for accounting. For accounting. So for accounting, these are the not the meaning of debit and credit. समझे? For accounting, debit does not means to owe, credit does not means to give. Correct? Understood this point? Have you understood? कुछ भी बोल रहे हो आप लोग. Both are the result in transaction. The person whom goods sold on credit, the credit is what recorded on right hand side of the column. कुछ भी बोल रहे हो. Correct? Understood? Means debit and credit are now is English words. Means can I say everyone just try to understand? Because our Indian country has been ruled by Britain. So whatever law or accounting we are following what has been followed by what? Britain. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? English. So in English it has been converted into debit and credit. Debit and credit. Understood? But this debit and credit does not have any meaning in accounting. Any meaning in accounting. It does not have any meaning in accounting. मेरी बात समझ पा रहे हो? It has not have any meaning in accounting. It represent it represent it represent two sides of an account. Two sides of an account. So simply debit and credit is given a name. A name. तो ये डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट इज ए नाउन. आप इसको नाउन बोल सकते हो. नाउन. करेक्ट ना? इज ए नाउन and this is the name given to the two sides of an account. Are you getting what I am saying? So it represents simply it represents two sides of an account. Now sir, what is account? Account क्या है? Account is a T-shaped format. T-shaped format in accounting. So whenever we say account is what? T-shaped format. Correct? Understood? In which तो दिस इज व्हाट अकाउंट. इसे क्या बोलते हैं हम? अकाउंट. अभी पूरा कहानी अकाउंट के ऊपर है, ध्यान सुनेंगे. अकाउंट. तो इन दिस इज टी शेप फॉर्मेट इन विच द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड is known as debit and right hand side is known as credit. Correct? Left hand side is known as debit and right hand side is known as credit. Understood? Correct? तो ये कौन सा साइड है? बोलो. लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ अकाउंट. करेक्ट? मेरी बात को समझो एवरीवन. आई एम जस्ट टीचिंग यू फ्रॉम द बेस ऑन द अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट यू हैव नेवर डन अकाउंटिंग. करेक्ट? इसलिए मैं हर बारीकी चीज को बता रहा हूं. हो सकता है यू माइट बी समटाइम फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. ये तो सब पता है हमें. चलो ठीक है, पता है, बट मुझे पता है कि आपको क्या क्या नहीं पता है. तो जस्ट लिसन. करेक्ट? and this is what right hand side of account. Correct? Understood this point? So account is a T-shaped format where left hand side is debit, right hand side is credit. Correct? And this is also denoted by DR, short form, and this is what? CR, credit. Understood? Now This DR and CR, just write one. This DR and CR are short form of debit and credit. Short form of debit and credit. Now you must be thinking, sir, in debit there is no R. So here DR denote the debtor. यहाँ से आया है, चेक करो. This has been taken from this word, but we call it debit and credit only. Means now we'll call it debit and credit, will not call it debtor and creditor. Are you able to understand? But the short form has been derived from debtor and creditor. Understood this much? Have you understood this much? Bolo. Any doubt? Correct? Up to this, any doubt? Respond fast. Up to this, any doubt? Respond fast. So I think everyone understood? Yes, sir. So can I say recording is based on dual aspect concept? You have understood as per this concept, every transaction has two aspects, debit and credit. Debit and credit. Now you must be thinking, so why left hand side is known as debit and right hand side is known as credit? Why? I've already said this is the name given. For example, just try to understand. Suppose your name is what, Ram. So I can't ask why your name is Ram. And if the answer will be what? The name is given by your father or your mother or your grandfather. Correct now? Same thing. This is the name. The left hand side को name दिया गया है debit from by the father of accounting. Father of accounting. So this is a name given. करेक्ट ना. दिस नेम मे बी सम डिफरेंट नेम, कुछ और भी नाम दे सकते थे, लेकिन इनको नाम दिया गया डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट. अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? करेक्ट. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? यस सर, वी हैव अंडरस्टूड. यस सर, करेक्ट. तो यू हैव अंडरस्टूड रूल नंबर 3. नाउ बेस्ड ऑन रूल नंबर 3 there are two approach right now, two approach for recording, correct, for double entry system. Double entry system. First approach is known as traditional approach. Traditional approach, which is UK based, United Kingdom. Correct? And as per this approach, we need to understand golden rules of accounts. Golden rules of account. Correct? Second approach is what? Accounting equation approach. Accounting equation approach, which is US based. US based accounting equation approach, which is US means America, correct? US based approach, and under this we need to learn modern rules of account. Modern rules of accounts, correct? I think everyone have done golden rules of accounting, correct? Have you done modern rules of accounting? Have you done modern rules of accounting? Respond yes or no. क्या आपने मॉडर्न रूल्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग किया है? No sir, no sir, no sir, no sir, no sir. Everyone says no. Correct? Yes sir. So it means now this is totally a new point for you. This is totally a new point. Someone is saying yes sir also. Okay, you have done okay. But can I say most of you have not done modern rules of accounting. So this is totally a new point for you. But this already you know. आप इसको जानते हो. Correct? Understood? Traditional approach you know. Correct. तो ऑफ कोर्स ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच आपको करना है बट आज के लिए इतना ही. विल स्टार्ट ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच एंड मॉडर्न अप्रोच ऑफ अकाउंटिंग टुमारो. टुडे दिस मच ओनली. कोई डाउट, एनी डाउट अप टू दिस यू कैन आस्क मी. I don't want to start traditional approach today because from tomorrow lot of concentration is required from your side. Correct? From tomorrow lot of concentration is required, so I don't want to start traditional approach or accounting equation approach right now. So any doubt till now ये बोलो. आप मुझसे कोई भी क्वेश्चन आप पूछ सकते हो. वट एवर डाउट यू हैव एक बार रिकैप कर लो. वट एवर वी हैव डन. करेक्ट? So I am just revising whatever I have done. Accounting means what? It is an art of recording. It is an art of recording what? Transaction event of which nature? Financial nature. Correct? For what purpose? To communicate what? Business result to whom? To the user of financial statement. Correct? Then we have done transaction. Transaction means any act. Correct? Any act or any performance of a business or agreement. Correct? Event means what? Consequences of all the transaction or a single transaction or group of transaction at a particular point of time is known as what? Event. But we record only financial transaction event. Financial transaction event, we need to only record what is financial transaction which satisfy two conditions. First is what? Which affect the financial position of business. Second is what? Which can be expressed in terms of money value. Correct? The consequences of financial transaction is known as financial event. Correct? Understood? Then we have done user. User can be internal, external user. Then we have done financial statement. Financial statement include balance sheet, statement of PL, statement of cash flow, and notes to account. Notes to account. Correct? Itna samjhe? Yes sir. Then we came to what? Accounting principle. I said accounting principle means rules and regulation for the preparation and presentation of financial statement which is derived from accounting concept and accounting convention. Accounting concept means what? It is an assumption for financial statement. Accounting convention means what? It is what? Guidelines which has been derived from the practice of accounting. Practice of accounting. अभी ज़्यादा समझे नहीं है what is the difference between concept and convention. Did when we'll complete entire concepts and convention, automatically you'll understand. Correct? Then we have done rule number 1, business entity concept. Business and owner are separate from accounting point of view. Correct? So only the transaction which affect financial position of the business will be recorded. It means we have done one special note. Any personal transaction which affect the financial position of business will be recorded in the books of account. Yes sir, we understood. Then we have done money measurement concept. Money measurement concept means what? All those transactions which can be expressed in terms of money value will be recorded. Will be recorded. Money here means local currency of the country in which books of accounts are prepared. Books of accounts are prepared in the place of principal business. Correct? Then we started recording. Recording start कर दिया. Recording के लिए which concept? Dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept means what? Every transaction has two aspects, debit and credit. So someone has asked, Mayank has asked the doubt about debit and credit. 1 second. So I'm explaining 1 second debit and credit. Correct. So what I said, dual aspect concept means what? Any transaction, every transaction here means financial transaction. Correct now. When I am saying transaction now, so in accounting, transaction always means what? Financial transactions. Correct? Always financial transactions. Correct? Understood? So every transaction has two aspects. One is debit, other is credit. Other is credit. Both debit and credit aspect to be recorded. And as per this concept, both debit and credit aspect need to be recorded. Now, how to record वो समझाना है. कौन सा account debit होगा, कौन सा account credit होगा, which account will be debited, which account will be credited, that we need to understand. But every transaction has two aspects. One is debit, one is credit, that need to be recorded. That need to be recorded. And the system of accounting which is based on dual aspect concept is known as double entry system, which is given by Luca Pacioli. Correct? Understood. Now, debit and credit has no meaning in accounting. Debit and credit has no meaning in accounting. It is a name given to the two sides of an account. It is a name given to the two sides of an account. तो डेबिट का कोई मतलब नहीं होता है, क्रेडिट का कोई मतलब नहीं होता है. If somebody asks you what is the meaning of debit in accounting, you say it does not have any meaning. It represents what? It represents the sides of an account. Sides of an account. Understood this point? ये point समझे? बोलो. Correct? Means if I ask you what is the meaning of your name, तो उसका meaning कुछ होगा. For example, my name is Chiranjeev. So Chiranjeev has some meaning, but it has nothing to do with my nature of now. उसको मेरे को नाम दे दिया गया चिरंजीव. But why it has been given, I also don't know why my name is Chiranjeev, because my grandfather has given this name, तो मेरा नाम चिरंजीव पड़ गया. Have you understood what I am saying? Correct. So debit and credit represent only two sides of an account. Two sides of an account. Correct. So left hand side is known as debit, right hand side is known as credit. Correct. Left hand side को debit बोलते हैं, right hand side को credit बोलते हैं. तो ये मत पूछिए why left hand side is known as debit. Name given by the father of accounting. करेक्ट. तो लेफ्ट को हमेशा डेबिट बोलेंगे, राइट को हमेशा क्रेडिट बोलेंगे. ये नाम दिया गया है. नाउ हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? करेक्ट. बोलो. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड नाउ? मयंक, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? करेक्ट. नताशा, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? सेपरेट एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट. सेपरेट एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट तो मैंने बताया कि फॉर अकाउंटिंग वन assumption has been taken कि Ram and company are two different person. Means we record only those transactions which affect the business, which affect the assets and liability of Ram and company, not Ram. राम के जीवन में कुछ भी होता है उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. राम एंड कंपनी का कुछ भी इफेक्ट होता है, that is need to be recorded in the books of account. That is separate entity concept. Correct? Understood? Have you understood now? Correct. तो आज के लिए इतना ही. Now whatever doubt is coming we'll discuss tomorrow. Correct? Once you read once again whatever I have done for today, this much only. Thank you very much. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपको पढ़ा के. Are you enjoying the classes? Please respond fast. आपको क्या मजा आ रहा है? Are you enjoying the classes? Respond fast. Are you enjoying the classes or not? Are you understanding or not? Respond fast. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आई एम ऑल्सो एंजॉइंग, यू आर ऑल्सो एंजॉइंग. मजा आएगा, पढ़ने में मजा आएगा, मुझे भी मजा आ रहा है, आपको भी मजा आ रहा है. तो इससे विल enjoy this class, so automatically will become expert. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. For today, this much only. Enjoy.